What is papping? Welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be talking about trans women in sports, fun topic. But specifically, we're going to be talking about trans women in skateboarding. Now, if you don't know, I really enjoy skateboarding. Let me show you my collection of old boards. So, who are we talking about today? We are talking about Taylor Silverman. She is a skateboarder, and she recently came out and she said, "My name is Taylor Silverman. I am a female athlete and I have been skateboarding for 11 years and competing for several years. I have been in 3 different contests with a trans woman, 2 of which I've been placed second. At the last contest series I did for Red Bull, I placed second. The trans competitor who won took home $1,000 in qualifiers and $3,000 in finals and $1,000 in best trick. This totaled to be $5,000 of prize money meant for female athletes. I took $1,000 in qualifiers and $1,750 for second place. So total, or $2,750 in total. The girl who took third received $750. The girl who deserved $1,000 for best trick took nothing, along with whoever would have placed third. I deserve to be placed first, be acknowledged for my win, and get paid. I reached out to Red Bull and was ignored. I am sick of being bullied into silence." And pretty much, she's upset that a trans woman beat her at skateboarding. Now, I think this is a very interesting topic about trans women in sports, because normally trans phobes, and especially Taylor Silverman, love to say trans women have a biological advantage. But let me tell you, skateboarding is not about biological advantage. Also, not to mention, she did beat the trans competitor once. Seems like a pretty even playing field. Skateboarding is about trick selection, and how well you land the trick. She's upset that she didn't win $5,000 worth of prize money. She still got second place. Pretty much, she's saying Red Bull pretty much allowed this trans woman to compete, and that is not acceptable. And that she's sick of being bullied into silence. She says she's sick of being bullied into silence, but maybe you wouldn't be bullied if your run wasn't so bad. Let's just review. It doesn't have the full run, but literally, fakey big spin over a hip, and then watch this, front rock. I mean, that's all we get of Taylor Silverman, but these are the clips we have of the woman who actually won. So just check this out. Boneless down the stair, front board to fakie, 50-50 to fakie or switch, and then a big spin down and drop. Very obviously doing way more difficult tricks. And she expects to get this money. She is so entitled that she thinks she deserves to win. And the competition she's competing in isn't even a high-level competition. It's simply just a Red Bull competition that just goes around and offers money to skaters. Just to illustrate my point, looking up Taylor Silverman's profile on the organization that holds all the rankings and stuff, she's actually not even in the top 1,000. So she's not that good, and she is just acting entitled. Now that I've just pretty much dissed on Taylor Silverman, I'm going to talk about cool trans women in skateboarding that are way better than her, and if they competed against her, would probably destroy her. Not because they're trans women, but simply because they're better skaters. So, the first trans skater I'm going to talk about, I actually have their pro model shoe right here. It's Sherry Strawberry. She's fucking awesome. Also, I was gonna show some of her clips right here, but she recently privated her Instagram. Next trans skater I'm gonna talk about is Marby. Her @ on Instagram is Marby Princess. And she is an insane technical skater. Like, the trick she's doing, holy shit, like. Mind blowing. I'll put some. Here's her Insta, so if you're interested, go check that out. And to throw in just the last trans person in skateboarding, I'm gonna talk about. They actually made it onto the women's Olympics team. They're non-binary, and their name is Alana Smith, or is it Alan Smith? If you want to talk about skaters that are actually good and like competing in high tier women's divisions, even though Alana Smith is non-binary, they're still in like the women's division, and they actually made it to the Olympics. There's actual good trans skaters, and a lot of female skaters that are also way better than Taylor Silverman. So I don't know what happened to the outro footage for this video. I don't know where it went, or what happened to it, so I'm just recording the outro now. Yeah, this is pretty much just the perfect example of transphobia in sports. It's not even, like, high up competition, and it's relatively blown up in the skate community. I've heard skaters at the skate park that I go to have conversations about it, them not knowing that I'm trans, like standing right next to them. And it really just shows that people are really uninformed and also just don't care about women's sports in general at all, because a lot of people are treating this like trans women are absolutely dominating in skateboarding and they have biological advantages. They're not even placed in the top one. They're not even like top 1,000 skaters for women. Like, it's not a super serious competition like the X Games or the Olympics. And most of the skaters competing in these competitions don't even have sponsors or anything. Taylor Silverman's just being a sore loser about it, and she knew that it would get her clout. So that's all I'm gonna say on the topic. And just have a wonderful day, y'all.
Oh, shit.